Cryptocurrency is about to explode. Now, I already see you commenting. I'm not talking about today, I'm not talking about tomorrow, but the cryptocurrency market is setting up, I think, for something very similar to something just like here or here or here. Think about it. With the SEC dropping their lawsuit against Coinbase, ending their probe against OpenSea, understand that prices are only down right now due to short-term uncertainty with Trump's tariffs and Trump's deportations, but these are short-term catalysts. Make no mistake about it, crypto has entered into a whole new era. The complete 180 that we're witnessing is a huge, huge deal. And don't just take my word for it. Ryan Rasmussen, Bitwise's head of research, says this is a monumental moment for the crypto industry, and at Bitwise, they're very excited about the future of the crypto space. Listen.
I think it's a really monumental moment for the industry that the SEC has dropped its years-long tirade against Coinbase and the lawsuit that they've been chasing after Coinbase on. And ultimately, we expected Coinbase to prevail from that lawsuit in the courts, but I think it's a huge signal to the market that the actual regulatory pivot that we've been hearing is going to happen, that it's actually happening in Washington already. So we're very excited about it. You spoke to Hester Peirce earlier. Obviously, she has a different way of viewing the market than the Gensler era SEC, and she's leading the crypto task force that will take on setting clear rules and regulations for crypto and creating a framework for crypto to finally be on a level playing field with the rest of the financial and technology industry. So we're really excited about that. And we think that we'll look back in 5, 10, 20 years at today's dismissal of the case against Coinbase as a real pivotal moment in crypto's long-term journey.
Smash the like button, subscribe to Altcoin Daily. We keep you informed on crypto on a daily basis, even on weekends. 4 big policy changes are on the horizon that I think these 4 things will happen in the US this year. Anthony Pompliano on Fox Business describes exactly the top 4 policy changes we expect to see going forward under a Trump presidency, with David Sachs as crypto czar. Number 1, clear crypto rules and guidelines. Number 2, staking in ETFs. Number 3, bank and stablecoin legislation. Number 4, getting rid of capital gains tax. Number 4 would be huge if true. Anthony Pompliano explains.
You know a thing or two about the cryptos. What kind of regulation does the crypto industry really want? What's at the core of the regulation that you want to see?
Well, there's a ton of stuff, so we won't be able to cover it all. But I think that a couple of very easy things are, one, people want a very clear framework for all of these organizations that are launching coins. What's allowed, what's not allowed, how should they be treated? The second thing is the ETFs. There's a lot of staking that's available. It's kind of like yield generation. Right now, they can't do that with the ETFs. People would like that to occur. The third thing is the banks. Right now, they cannot issue a stable coin. They can't use it like cash. If we're moving to a digital world, obviously, you want stable coins to be used inside of the financial system just as much as it's used in emerging markets. So that's a big deal. And then maybe the fourth thing, and probably to me, one of the most important things is if you go and you actually buy dinner tonight using Bitcoin, you pay capital gains tax. You're buying a good or a service. And so I think that we should come up with some sort of framework where if you're trading this as a financial asset, then you're hit with a capital gains tax. But if you're using it to buy goods or services, then you shouldn't be kind of required to pay that capital gains tax.
I go out for a steak, I pay with crypto, and I'm eligible for, I've got to pay capital gains tax because I've cashed out the crypto.
Correct. So if you
take my profit.
If you buy dinner with dollars, you buy the meal, you tip the waiter or waitress, you pay your sales tax, and you're good to go. But if you do that same thing with a cryptocurrency, you pay capital gains tax. It's looked as property instead of a currency. And so I think changing that would be a big boom for the industry.
So it's got to become a currency.
I would argue that it already is a currency.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
And then, of course, the number 5 thing, maybe this is the biggest thing, is a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And I was surprised to hear that Anthony Pompliano says that he thinks Trump will 100% implement a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Cynthia Lummis's Bitcoin strategic reserve bill will pass. And he says this will make price go way up.
Trump's crypto friendly. You think you'll get the kind of regulation that you're looking at anytime soon?
I think that a lot is going to change for the positive for the industry. I think that we will get the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and I think we'll see a lot of these rule changes because President Trump and his administration really understand this stuff.
And if we got that, would Bitcoin go up?
Well, anytime that you get clarity from a regulation standpoint, obviously you get more people who are interested in buying it. I think the single most important thing for Bitcoin's price going up right now is the United States going to buy Bitcoin? We now know that other countries are. It just came out that Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund bought about $500 million worth of Bitcoin. And so when you see other countries buying Bitcoin and getting exposure, the United States doesn't want to get left behind. I think we should be a leader there.
Does anybody in Congress have a bill that they're putting forward?
They do. Senator Cynthia Lummis, in particular.
Right. West Virginia.
She's got a bill where she would like to establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And I think that she's got a pretty good shot because she's got a lot of people in the administration who are supporting her.
Reminder, a Bitcoin strategic reserve would reduce our national debt and would not cost the American taxpayer any more money. I don't think people realize how close we are to this getting implemented.
The other thing is the proposal that I have and that President Trump has discussed about a strategic Bitcoin reserve or strategic Bitcoin stockpile, where the United States would acquire and hold Bitcoin for 20 years. This would be an asset that could help shore up the US dollar as the world reserve currency and serve as a reserve that could be used to reduce the national debt significantly. The American people are still hurting from inflation, from high prices, and they want the national debt reduced. These are ways to do it with an asset that is immutable, can easily be held by the federal government in a variety of vaults, and that states can participate in as well. So this is the gold standard digital asset, and a strategic Bitcoin reserve is the way to embed it.
We got off the gold standard a long time ago. My question is how much you would spend tax dollars at a time when we're talking about trying to reduce costs. How much would you spend on Bitcoin as part of this reserve?
We wouldn't have to spend any new dollars. We have reserves at our 12 Federal Reserve banks, including gold certificates that could be converted to current fair market value. They're held at their 1970s value on the books, and then sell them into Bitcoin. That way, we wouldn't have to use any new dollars in order to establish this reserve. The United States already holds over 200,000 Bitcoin in the asset forfeiture funds. So that would be the initial source of Bitcoin. So no new money spent on this reserve.
Guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I really do think 2025 will be a great year for crypto, and the market is down right now. So, that's an opportunity if you're also a believer. Either way, see you tomorrow.
For those folks who are watching who are not in Bitcoin or are thinking about buying Bitcoin at these prices, are you saying that this is a fair and good price to get in, or are you saying wait because you think it's going farther down?
Bitcoin is something you need to be long-term focused. I don't think anyone's going to lose money buying here at 90. To me, Bitcoin could be significantly higher this year, maybe 200, 250. So I think 90 is still a good entry point.